There was a compromise on the part of the security forces. There was a compromise on the part of some INEC chiefs. There was impunity on the part of some governors.
And it will not be enough to just annul this election. It will not be enough just to declare another person the winner of this election. But it is also necessary that the judiciary should punish the election umpire, the Independent National Electoral Commission, for what they deliberately did. Everybody has confirmed it. A lot of people knows that the election umpire compromised during the 2023 presidential election.
I've not been impressed by the very disappointing outing on the part of the Independent National Electoral Commission.
It's not just that we wanted a credible election, but we were promised a credible election. So it was a promise from the election umpire, INEC, where the chairman of this institution, Professor Yakubu Mahmoud, promised Nigerians in different occasions, several times. He affirmed that the election will be credible, that there will be electronic transmission of results, that there is no going back on beavers, and so on and so forth. Most interestingly, 2 days before the election, where the international observers has come into the country, INEC chairman repeatedly and reaffirmed that the Electoral Act of 2022 will be maintained. But what really happens on the day of election is a question that he is yet to answer.
Nigerians had been assured that we're going to have a credible election, a peaceful election, whereby votes will count. Regrettably, there was a free reign of thuggery. The thugs took over. You could isolate where you have pockets of illegality, pockets of violence. I expect INEC to go back to the drawing table, review the management of the elections, the role of ad hoc staff, and ensure that all those who have been arrested by the police, by other security agencies for disrupting the election, for announcing fake results or for forging results, and for deliberately preventing people to vote.
That is the truth, and it was a reality that we saw, that some election results were forged. The case of Benue, the case of Rivers, and some part of Lagos, Delta State, and so on are the proof of what Mr. Falana just said. But not only that, everybody saw how people were intimidated. They were prevented not to vote for their preferred candidate and choice during the poll, and they were told to go back to their various states of origin to vote for whom they want to vote, especially in Lagos State. The video of MC Oluomo was shown where he was telling people that they must mandatory vote for APC, and that was voters' intimidation. But up to now, I have not seen that an arrest have been carried out by those people who perpetrated these crimes. This is what we are talking about.
Must be charged before the relevant courts as soon as possible, so that those who are going to manage the next election will know that it's not going to be business as usual. But if, as you know, there is impunity again, which is not challenged, other criminal elements, other anti-democratic forces will want to even commit more heinous crimes. So for me, yes, while INEC would like to take an audit and ensure that there are backups for the beavers machines, the servers, INEC must ensure that there are backups so that unnecessary speculations, or rather, people will not read motivations.
Yes, and this is just the position of the masses. People have lost hope, they have lost trust on INEC, and there is nothing that will make them to believe in this electoral system unless court has to address this injustice, equity, and fairness.
even when there is a genuine mistake. Once people lose trust, there will be a problem in the country. So, and I want to appeal to all our people, to eschew violence and allow the next round of election to take place. I want to commend the commitment of our people to choose or elect leaders of their choice. But one significant, outstanding development that I witnessed in the exercise from north to the south, east to the west, was the commitment of young people, young men and women, to take their political destiny in their hands. For the ruling party or the defenders of the status quo, young people have shown that the future belongs to them, and that henceforth they are going to participate maximally in determining the affairs of our country. That is not to say that elderly people, the elite, the workers, and even peasants were also not involved in demanding for a change. And that's what you saw in the election. People feel it can no longer be business as usual. So we have had surprises in many parts of the country. For me, I think it's commendable.
The bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS, devices, and the results viewing portal, or IREV, seemed like the holy grail of the presidential election, and their usage formed the major basis for challenging Bola Tinubu's victory at the polls by other political parties. A witness of the People's Democratic Party, Hitler Muala, who is also a digital forensic analyst, that inspected 110 BVAS devices used during the presidential election in the FCT, insists that all the machines he inspected had their data deliberately deleted. The witness said during a cross-examination by INEC lawyer Abubakar Mahmood that it's unnecessary to delete those BVAS data because the FCT doesn't hold governorship elections. But INEC's lawyer described as false the claims by the witness, stating that the 110 BVAS devices examined represents just 3.4% of the total number of such devices deployed to the 2,822 polling units in the FCT. Mahmood also brought 4 of the devices for the witness to further verify his claims in the courtroom, but the witness declined, stating it will amount to tampering with the evidence. The PDP also tendered polling unit results of 4 states, Ogun, Ondo, Jigawa and Rivers, as the party looks to close its case by Friday, June 23.
As part of our strategy today, we called a very vital witness, a digital forensic expert. And you remember that this is the very first time we are having a technology-driven presidential elections in Nigeria. So the evidence that this witness has profiled today, a witness who examined the BVAS machines used, is very, very vital. So we are happy this witness has testified today. Tomorrow we'll bring our remaining witnesses and we'll close our case.
For the Labour Party, 2 witnesses were called. They are Emmanuel Edet, Head of Legal Services at the National Information Technology Development Agency, NIDA, and Yunusa Tanko, a Labour Party official. The Labour Party hearing began with the cross-examination of an expert witness, Chubuke Uguoke, a cyber security expert who is a carryover witness from Wednesday. During cross-examination, the witness said ISO security certification was compulsory for INEC to deploy any application such as the IREV used during the presidential polls. But on the flip side, Emmanuel Edet of NIDA said there is no aspect of the NIDA law that demands certification for cyber security standards. He also added that NIDA has no powers to interfere with the functions of INEC. The Labour Party then brought loads of documents that were tendered, which would form the basis of cross-examination of Unisa Tanko at the resumed hearing on Friday. Godfrey Eshemoge, Arise News.